Addiction at any age, it's something that is distressing and it is discouraging. When it happens to adolescents, it's especially disheartening. Fortunately, there are programs out there geared specifically towards preteens and teens who might be suffering or close to it.
And concerned parents or teens don't have to look any further than the Worcester County Health Department. We see what they've got going on in this week's Wellness Wednesday. Mickey Gale is tired of teens getting trapped in the throes of addiction.
You read about so many kids that have, tried stuff and then it leads to other things and then it's led to overdose and things like that.
She's an outpatient addictions counselor and just recently took over the Worcester County Health Department's Adolescent Addictions Treatment Program. It's for ages 11 through 17 and includes weekly individual and group sessions as well as monthly family involvement sessions. The hope is youth will learn how dangerous their decisions can be.
No matter what you take, there's always a risk of being overdosed because you cannot trust people with your body.
They'll gain the skills they need to handle life successfully without turning to using.
You need to be able to learn to cope with these things. You need to be able to learn, your defense mechanisms, what your triggers are. That's just like a trigger. How are you going to realize what to stay away from if you don't know what it is?
And they're able to practice resistance.
Saying no is a lot, it's easier said than done. So you kind of need to practice that. You can say anything in this room, but you need to make sure that you're utilizing that outside of this room.
Mickey says they also do preventative education to teach those at risk the real deal about alcohol, marijuana, HIV and AIDS, opiates, and suicide.
Why not, reach out, to our youth before they get to 30, 40, 50, even 60, 70.
And before they're exposed, which can happen in a number of different ways by a number of different people.
Some of it can be family, that they have family members that use at home. Or it could be, kids at school that they're, smoking or they're having what's called a farm party. And a farm party is actually where kids will all join up, we'll just say at a house, and they call it a kickback now, it's not called a party, to where they will actually bring medication from their home and they dump all the medications into the bowl. And they just take a handful and take them.
Through the group and individual treatment, though it's currently happening virtually, young folks are able to talk openly about what they're facing.
In these group sessions and in the individual sessions, for the youth to actually speak more freely because mom and dad aren't around, maybe they might share things actually with their peers and group.
Mickey has been a counselor for 10 years and worked in adolescent addiction for the last 6. Knowing real stories and having a teenager of her own, she's passionate about keeping youth protected. Mickey plans to keep growing the program, which hopefully in turn means more young lives helped and saved. And Mickey says when teens age out of the program, when they turn 18, they're able to immediately enroll in adult programs.
And that's a wonderful thing to just be able to continue with what you already know, what you've already learned, and keep going in the battle.
Exactly.